Hello and welcome to Brown Boy, White Wife. I'm Brown Boy.
I'm my wife.
And today we're going to do our spoiler review.
Spoiler. If you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this video.
Absolutely. And if you then go watch the movie, then come back and watch this video.
Come back. And then let us know what you think about our spoilers.
Yes. I guess this is less of a review and more of a discussion about like certain scenes and different movies. For a review, there's another video. Basically, we liked it. You should go watch it in the cinema, which you probably did. And if you haven't, then what the hell are you still doing here?
Go away.
So, let's talk about some of the specific scenes. Let's talk about Project K first, what it is, right?
Okay.
Project K is, I'm guessing the K is Krishna, right? Project Krishna.
That makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
And like they're trying to do the droplet to get the kind of the God particle almost and put it into the bad guy so he can kind of imbue that power within himself.
Because the prophecy is that Krishna is going to be like reborn into the world, and they're trying to get a jump on that.
Yeah.
And like take Krishna out.
Absolutely.
To make this serum.
Yeah, and I mean that whole segment with the experimentation and the way that place is set is so beautiful and stunning and so original. Like, I really love the design of the place, and like we don't really know what's happening and like how they kind of build that story and like Deepika's life. We see like this montage, like that was so well done, I thought.
Oh my God, the montage, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Because she's basically a handmaiden. She's like an infertile woman. So she's not part of this like breeding thing, but she serves the women who are fertile.
Right.
And so you see this scene, this montage of her like being woken up and eating her shitty food and then serving like fresh fruit to these women just over and over and over again. It's just like it gives in 60 seconds it gives just a really strong idea of what exactly her life is like. It's so monotonous. It's so like scheduled and rigid.
Yeah.
She can just turn herself on autopilot.
And they do this thing, I think, not just with her, but right from the start, where there's like this little girl and they're like seeing if they're fertile or not with these little tests that makes you instantly kind of uncomfortable because they're like 13 and 14 and they're kind of talking about like experimenting on them. And so you understand how horrible this kind of situation it is for all these people, and they're just trying to survive, you know?
Yeah.
I
think not even just survive, but like not understand what life could be like.
Yeah. The other thing that I really liked about this film is that, yes, it's kind of based on like Indian and Hindu mythology, right? We see like flashbacks to the Mahabharata in the thing. But one, I don't think you really need to fully understand the Mahabharata to understand the film. It helps. Mm-hmm. But you don't necessarily need to know. I think the film provides enough like thing within it that you get it. And I think it also isn't about just one religion. It's very inclusive of everything else.
Yeah, at least it makes attempts to.
Right?
Yes.
Like there's the leader of Shambhala, like she's Maryam, right? Which is like a Muslim name and the mother of Jesus.
Yeah.
Right? And so there's the whole like the mother thing. And then you have the Buddhists and you have the Christians and you have like all these different kind of cultures represented.
Unspecified African tribe.
Yes. Right?
Yeah.
And you have kind of this idea that like the whole world is kind of represented here in all the different religions.
Yeah.
And even within the movie, it kind of talks about how, yes, like they're using the names from like Hinduism, but like this idea of like the savior, the prophecy kind of exists in all the religions.
Yeah.
And it is the same, like I'm Muslim, right? But I know about a lot of this stuff because I kind of grew up Indian and it's kind of part of our culture. But like the movie kind of says, a lot of despite the details being different, the kind of the core of everything is the same, right? It is just like one creator. It is one idea that there is an apocalypse, right? There's the Kal Yuga and there is like the Judgment Day. Like there's the Dajjal in Islam and in in this movie, there's like the supreme kind of leader, or there's the antichrist, and there's all these things. And I think the movie does a pretty decent job of kind of being specific, but also not exclusive. Like, it is a movie for the world, I think.
And this is something that Nag Ashwin, the director, talked about in the preludes that he released for this movie, where he talks about like why he made the movie and how he designed it. We did reactions to those if you want to go back and look at them. They're really interesting. And he makes that point specifically, that this is a movie for everyone. This is a movie for the world. And it's not just about what's prophesied in Hinduism. It's not just about what's written in the Mahabharata, but these are aspects that all of us deal with, and all of us are looking into the future of.
Right.
Which I think is really, really cool.
Absolutely. Like, when we were kind of watching the trailer, there is like allusions to Nazis and all that stuff, right? And we were like, oh yeah, they took that from Nazis. But it is specific, and in the movie there's a reason why it is like that. And not just in the movie, but I think culturally we understand that idea of kind of dictatorship. So instead of it being like kind of stolen, it is kind of getting inspired by real life and putting it on screen and showing it in the sci-fi world.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I think I want to talk about Prabhas as well. I did not care for him in the movie, like we kind of talked about his character.
Yeah.
But I do think that where they set him up for the next film is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm much more interested in seeing him in the next film, because now he isn't just, that kind of clownish hero who's never lost a fight. He is now kind of, there's like this, two personalities almost, like one good, one evil, kind of fighting against each other,
Well, I wouldn't call Bhairava evil.
Selfish, maybe.
Selfish, yeah. He's chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see where they will take him. And I imagine maybe there's like a love story between him and Deepika, maybe?
Maybe.
Right? There's that bit in the movie where like she doesn't know, she's always lived in like this experiment, so she doesn't know about like love and marriage. And that other character, Kyra, that you really liked.
Yeah, that dies.
Yeah, she got really emotional when she
Spoilers.
died. She was, I think, one of the best characters there.
She was, though. She was super cute and adorable and just like relatable. And she's got this boyfriend, and
Yeah, they do a really good job of that, right?
Yeah, like introducing her and making you love her instantly.
Yeah. And then they talk about how, she talks about love and like Deepika doesn't know. So I imagine now that he has her kidnapped, they're going to be together, and maybe he falls in love with her, like something. I can see that.
I could see that happening too.
There's a lot of potential, I think.
Yeah.
I think this movie does a great job of kind of setting things up and being like, here is this world, we can do so much.
Yeah. I mean, it starts out with like, welcome to the Kalki cinema universe, which very much is like, hey, we're going to be making a lot of movies here.
Yeah.
You're going to get a lot of this stuff. It's like Marvel.
And you guys will get reactions from us, hopefully, for all that stuff. So, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Is there anything you want to talk about before we end the video?
Can we talk about the complex scene?
Yeah, let's talk about the complex scene.
Okay, so the complex is this big, like, cool world that's got like gardens and stuff, because they've soaked up all the resources from the earth, and you have to be super rich or powerful to gain access to the complex. And that's Bhairava's driving goal when we meet him, is I want to be in the complex. That's all he cares about. And so he gets an opportunity from his friend to spend 60 minutes working in the complex. They go up, and like, he doesn't want to do the work that they're there to do. So he runs off with her and explores the complex, and like goes bathing in the ocean and running through orchards and somehow dodging security that seems barely existent. And then like they steal a bunch of clothes and break into a party and like teach everybody how to dance this really stupid dance. Like I was very disappointed with the dance numbers in this movie, I gotta say. And then finally they get kicked out, and all that happens is he just like gets kicked back to the
it
downstairs.
Feels like they should be stricter about who goes, like how getting into the complex seems very easy.
Easy.
And I get why that scene exists. You know, they want to show the complex and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it makes even less sense in the movie because the rest of the film has like such specific rules.
Yeah.
And it's so strict, and you understand everything, and they've like set that up that when you get here, it feels like they were like, whatever, we don't care about this.
Yeah.
Like
it feels cheating.
Like it's just kind of we have to put a song in there, and we gotta, and so let's just do it.
Yeah.
And it just kind of like, what is happening? Like what? Yeah, that was, I think, I would say the worst part of this film, maybe.
That was worse than Prabhas's introduction?
That had like some fun bits, like there was some actiony bits. Like I like his robot and like their kind of relationship with like his little Buji, you know, that's cute, and all like there's something there, and I like that stuff. But that song or whatever, like it just doesn't make sense. It's like weirdly edited.
Very strange.
Like cut it out of the movie, you know, it doesn't make a difference if you cut it out even. That's the other thing.
There are so many different ways that they could have shown the complex and what they were doing up there, other than this nonsensical ridiculousness.
Yeah. There's a lot of cameos and stuff which you didn't get. That I tried to point them out during the movie, but
Lots
she'd be
of
like,
directors.
okay, yeah, that's that person.
Yeah.
But if we missed something, do let us know in the comments. You know, tell us about what you thought about the film. We'd love to hear. We'd love to hear that. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Brown Boy.
I'm White Wife.
And we're off.